What's up, everyone? How are you guys doing? In this game, we have kauP spawning in as the orange Byzantine in the southwest, and in the northeast, we have Quill spawning in as the Ayyubids in pink. Oh, there's a lot to take in here. Both of these civilizations have been nerfed. Well, Byzantine's got a little bit of a buff in the Dark Age, with an increase of 50 stone, starting stone by 50. So they start with 100 instead of 50. Ayyubids, on the other hand, they had their casino nerf. Villagers are no longer a part of the bazaar, and their costs, I think the costs of a couple things have increased depending on which age you're in. I don't remember the numbers exactly at the top of my head. I just know a few of their, I just remember the gold cost and a few things have been increased. And right off the rip, we do see kauP over here going up to the tier 2 cistern. He does have 2 villagers on stone and 1 on gold. We'll see if he continues that or if he's going to end up swapping over. I think with the 50 stone increase in Dark Age, it does increase the potential for more of a grand winery play in the age up instead of going for the Imperial Hippodrome, especially since the Imperial Hippodrome has been nerfed quite a lot. Surprisingly, it's been nerfed a lot. So the main thing is, upon age up, before the nerf, before the patch, you would start off with 30 triumph points at 1.5 second duration each. So you'd have a total of 45 seconds of triumph the moment you aged up. And now you age up with 10 triumph points and they only last a second each. So you're going from 45-second triumph to 10 seconds worth of triumph on the age up. That's a huge nerf. It reduces their potency by, or horseman potency by, a lot in the feudal age. They didn't touch what is it called? Exploratus. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. It still does the bonus damage to villagers. It still gets you the 20 gold upon villager kill, all that good stuff. But it's the simple fact that it does look like the Grand Winery is gonna be the choice here, since it is getting placed right next to the berry bushes. I really like this. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of the Grand Winery play, and we'll see if he goes into a second TC though. That's gonna be the main thing. We see the third one coming up right now. So this is what I was talking about in one of my other videos, where you're able to get that age up, or you're able to go up to the second cistern. While aging up, you're going to get the third cistern, and then once your age up finishes, you'll be able to get the fourth cistern, and a little bit after the fourth, depending on what kind of playstyle you're going for and all that good stuff, you're also going to be able to get your second TC up. And for the second TC, he doesn't have that good of a spot really to put it, unless he wants to put it a little bit in the front just to defend the Grand Winery and his villagers that he's going to have there on the olive groves themselves. But if he puts it right here, that's going to negate a lot of the space that he'll have to put more olive groves, right? So for me anyways, I think this is a little bit of a bad spawn for him. Either way, we're still not 100% sure what he plans on doing in terms of feudal play. He still only has the 2 villagers on stone, and he only has 5 villagers on wood. He is rallying towards wood, so he might be going for that second TC play. Over here, we did get the eco wing. Oh, the military wing. Sorry, I don't know which military wing he went for. Desert Raider is out though. A little bit of poke damage coming through on both of those units. Desert Raider is honestly a really good unit. I really like it. I think I like it more because it's so versatile It's considered a light ranged and melee cavalry camel unit. It could swap between ranged and melee attacks. So what I would recommend to people is you go in with your melee attacks. You do a little bit of melee damage onto the units, hit them. As soon as you see them pull back, oh, there's no villagers there in order to snipe that scout though. As soon as you see them start pulling back, all you do is swap over to range. And then 9 times out of 10, you're going to get 1 villager kill at minimum. Fourth Cistern coming up now. You see? Man, sometimes I know what I'm talking about. Other times, not so much. But that's the point, right, guys? We do see second archery range coming up for our Ayyubids player. And a lot of food being picked up. Well, I say a lot. Oh no, I was looking at the wrong. Currently 14 villagers on food for kauP. Nothing on gold since the Desert Raider is there poking. He's gonna have to get a lot of wood. And veterancy coming through. Which one is it? Silk Road. He's gonna go for the javelin throwers. Doesn't have anywhere near enough. Oh, yeah, just got enough oil for a set as well. Second Desert Raider is coming through over here on the northern side. Is he gonna be able to get a pick? Yes, he does. Single villager goes down right now. Third Desert Raider is out now as well. I really like this harass. It does put in a lot of work. Barracks coming through, javelin throwers coming through. It is gonna take a while. Okay, that is on conscriptio, and we should see Harden coming through as well from the barracks, and we'll start seeing some Lamentini. A third archery range is coming up for Quill. Oh, he decides to cancel it. Okay. First Lamentini is out. Olive groves are coming down. Since kauP does have 13 villagers on wood, he's able to transition a lot sooner. Not only that, but olive groves only cost 60 wood instead of the 75 wood for your normal farms. So the transition does come up a little cleaner, a little smoother, and a lot faster than your normal, than I say normal civilization, but then your average civilization. More and more farms are coming up. No gold though whatsoever. He's going to start rallying over there though, from what it seems like, one at a time. No second TC of course either, which I would have really liked to see. I think that would have been a good play, but the Desert Raiders did stop a lot of that. Meanwhile, over here with our Ayyubids, it looks like he's going to be going for his second TC, placing it in between both the wood lines, and he's pulling a lot of villagers in order to get that up as quickly as possible. Currently 13 there. And for our Byzantine, he's pulled his workers off from the deer back onto the berries. He needs to get that oil up in order to start getting more and more units from his mercenary house. Oh, I need to fix my chair a little bit. Okay. Stables coming down as well for Quill. A little bit of potential move out coming out from kauP. He does have 13 supply right now. 13 military supply, 8 Lamentini, 4 javelin throwers. Those javelin throwers are going to be able to two-shot the archers, while the Lamentini could potentially shield wall. I don't like that he's following this scout though so far. Wait, where are you guys going? Yeah, I really don't like that kauP is getting pulled back so far from the front of Quill's base. He could have already been there, potentially adding in damage, and it is buying Quill a little bit of time in order to get that outpost up. It just started. If kauP goes right now, he's gonna be able to deny it. And keep in mind that the Lamentini in general do have shield wall, which defense decreases movement speed by 25%, attack speed by 25%, but it also increases their damage reduction from ranged attacks by 50%. So they move a little slower, they attack a little slower, they still do the same amount of damage. Their DPS is just worse, but they take 50% less damage. So for instance, 11. Oh, a little bit of attack potentially going off right now. Javelin thrower is getting a bit of damage on. Shield wall does go off. Look at how tanky they are. Both of those would have been dead after the second volley, but they took two more they took two more full volleys after they popped their shield wall. We do have a melee version of the Desert Raider. You do what? 27 damage to calves. I did not realize that they had such a massive bonus to cavalry units. We do have horsemen coming out as well. Let's see, do we have a... No, all of these are currently melee. Okay. Outpost is attempting to come up once again. Well, this time it will come up for Quill at his gold. 37 villagers for kauP, 28 military for him as well, 20 Lamentinite, 8 javelin throwers, 43 villagers for Quill, 27 military for him, 16 archers, 6 spearmen, 4 desert raiders in melee, well, in melee form, which makes a little bit more sense. I don't know. I think I would have preferred them as ranged, in honesty, in this kind of situation, since kauP does have so many Lamentinine. If those desert raiders do make it into the front, they're just gonna get melted. I would prefer them as ranged desert raiders, which I think, do their icons change when they swap? No, that's just their normal icon. Okay, I thought it switched for some reason. A little bit of harass coming on over here at the gold for our orange Byzantine player. Little bitey infantry, potentially gonna get a kill. Shield wall does come up for our Lamentinite, and they are so tanky, able to take so much damage. Javelin thrower gets a single pick off right now, potentially a second one. Nice little brace coming through for our Lamentinite, and look at all the damage that they're able to absorb. Nice focus fire coming in from kauP onto those archers, picking them off one at a time. He needs to make sure that he keeps that critical mass in order to keep the damage going. The desert raiders do swap over from melee to ranged, and they are doing a little bit extra damage, which I said I highly prefer instead of them being melee, because they would have just got melted by the Lamentinite. Currently +1 ranged armor and 1 ranged attack for our Byzantine player. As for our Ayyubids player, he has 1 ranged, 1 melee. Actually, he has 1-1-1 across the board. Wait, 1-1-1-1 across the board. And another potential push forward from kauP. Look at how tanky they are. That is so much damage, but they move so slow. They're gonna be able to barely come back into the back line in order to defend their javelin throwers. That was a lot of poke damage coming through from from our Ayyubid players' archers onto those Lamentinite, but that 50% reduction is just absolutely, I'm not gonna say insane, it's just so good. We are sitting at level 5, or while kauP is sitting at level 5 Cistern at the moment. He is attempting to do a little bit of run by with his desert raiders and his horsemen as well. Remember, they are fully upgraded for being feudal units. kauP is sitting on 1 ranged, 1 melee armor, 1 ranged attack, and he's getting his 1 melee attack right now as well. Oh, never mind. I thought those were walls on the minimap, but they are not. They are aqueducts. Quill is gathering from the southeastern, far south of his base. That's a lot of potential villager kills right there, if there were any sort of run bys potential coming out for our Byzantine player. Instead, we see Quill. He's gonna break the aqueduct. I absolutely love this animation though. That visual effect is so good. And now he drops kauP down a peg from level 5 to 4. A little bit of stone. That's not a lot. I think it's 3 stone per segment, so it's gonna cost him 9 stone. Golden Horn getting dropped for our Byzantine player as well, with 23 villagers at the back of his base. 23 villagers. Let's see. Oh, I forgot. I have to actually click on the House of Wisdom. Where are you? Okay. And we are. Oh. The age up gets canceled from our Ayyubids player. He was going to be going. Okay, so he was just deciding what he wanted. He's going to be going Trade Wing Advisor. Upon completion, gain 4 Atabeg, which can be garrisoned in any military production building to increase the health of newly trained units by 20%. Age up finishes 4 kauP. He is now in castle, and we see veterancy for the Lamentinite and for his mercenaries coming through immediately. Let's see if he swap. No, he hasn't switched it over. Right now would be a good time just to swap it over to Dialectus in order to get the 200% increased research time. So that would drop this down from what, a minute to 17 seconds or something like that. A little bit of a raid coming in with the horseman, able to get a single villager kill, 2 villager kills for Quill, 1 for kauP. Still completely uncontested on the southern side of his base, getting those deer and berries. Meanwhile, that same force of desert raiders and horsemen are moving back around towards the southern part of kauP's base now. A little bit of a 2-on-2 going on here. The Lamentinite will for sure 100% take that victory if if Quill didn't retreat. A little bit of a deletion going on there on the lumber mills. Yet again, the aqueducts are under attack in order to decrease the cistern level. It's going to be dropping back down to 4 yet again. He needs another one. He needs to put another one right here and like another one. Where can he put his other one? This is going to be too close. So yeah, he needs another one about right here. Actually, that's going to be a really good one if you were to put one right here, because it'll hit both those both the gold mines that are right here, including the outcropping as well. And now we have kauP sitting at 54 villagers, 72 military supply, 36 Lamentinite, 19 javelin throwers, 4 vanguard or Varangian guards. Wait, why does he have 5 monks? He has so many monks. Is he gonna be adding those into his army fairly soon in order to just completely heal them up during the fight as well? Maybe. I think so, because there's no reason why you would make so many religious units unless you were Dali, for instance. Sometimes you'll see them up to freaking 12 to 20. And also 2 camel raiders or riders coming out of the mercenary camp for our Byzantine player, either that or the Golden Horn. And we have another set of javelin throwers popping out as well. And now it is the desert rider. Nice. So that is purely beneficial for, and that could be another reason why kauP ended up going for the Silk Road. Nice little brace on our Lamentinite right there, but they will be getting picked off since it was a small little force. They move forward a little too much, and here we have a huge attack. One coming up right here, dead center of the map, pushing through for our Byzantine player, going to break down that gate, the Palisade gate. And then up here on the northern side, well, technically that would be the western side of the map, in the top part of our screen, a huge force from our Ayyubids pushing through as well. We'll see what, and okay, so Quill does decide to back off instead of it being the other way around. Center sacred site is taken by our Byzantine player, and now he's in a little bit of a precarious position. That is a lot of archers for our Ayyubids player, currently sitting at 46, kauP is attempting to focus down as many as he can with his javelin throwers. 19 Lamentinite getting slowly dwindled down because of their shield wall, but they are sustaining so much. And now a defensive Wololo attempts to go off, instantly gets sniped off, and these javelin throwers are just chilling, getting so many kills, putting in so much work. Camel riders get picked off instantly by the amount of archers that are there, and in the front of our Ayyubids player's base, we have a couple units pushing through and picking off reinforcements as well. Javelin throwers finally decide to be a part of it. The outpost does need to go down because it is adding in quite a bit of additional damage. It's gotten so many free shots in, but it will be going down very, very quickly. kauP's currently sitting at 46 military supply, 25 javelin throwers, 12 Varangian guards, 6 Lamentini, 4 monks, and a set of desert riders are coming in for him. Meanwhile, for Quill, he's sitting on 102 villagers, 46 military supply, 47 now, 32 archers, 10 crossbows, 4 golems, and one desert raider with a manjanique. Manjanique just finished up right now. Nice shot, connects with 3 of the javelin throwers. He will need to protect that, and kauP is able to steal the relic that was used against him moments ago. Sneaky little monk. We do have another monk right there chilling, attempting to heal up his little friends, his little homies. Does go down though. His homies did not care about him and abandoned him, let him die. Nice mango shot, misses everything. What is this right here? Out of all the Ayyubid matches, this is the first time we see a Tower of the Sultan. I've casted, I think I posted anywhere between like 5 to 10 Ayyubid matches, and this is the first Tower of the Sultan that we have seen. I see alarms going off. There was something over there on the backside. We do have a very, very offensive keep right here, basically blocking out kauP from the gold that we were talking about earlier, and the stone outcropping right there. He doesn't have, it doesn't look like kauP has any other golds that he could potentially take aside from this one. He's gonna have to do a very, very big wall in order to defend it though. And now the Tower of the Sultan is pushing forward. 20 ranged armor, 800 health, but it didn't have any reinforcements, so it took a ton of damage for free. Military supply is still in favor of kauP, and the Tower of Sultan may go down. It's on fire. Does it actually go on fire though? I don't think so. No. Okay. This thing is ridiculous. Absolutely love it though. It's such a goofball looking unit. But the defensive keep did finish up, which did deter our Ayyubids player from pushing through. I would love to see the mangle emplacement coming through fairly soon, and a Shiro Siphon is out as well. Wait, is that a Shiro Siphon or is that just a normal? Okay, I don't think I've seen a normal ram out of any of our Byzantine players, but why would you if you have the Shiro Siphon, right? He is going to be using these in order to break down the keep on the eastern side of his base and potentially gain control of the stone outcropping and the gold vein that are here as well. Villagers are getting pulled in order to deal with the Shiro Siphon, decides against it, and backs off. This would be a perfect time for our Ayyubids player to start rotating towards the center of the map and apply pressure onto the keep. Has not done it though. Instead, he is building 3 Springolds right now. Still has kauP still has control over the southern sacred site and the northern sacred site as well. The center one is neutralized. A single desert rider is going to be picking off quite a few villagers over here on the southern side. kauP has gained control of his gold and stone. Imperial Age comes through for our Ayyubids. What was it? I really hate that I can't tell or it doesn't show in the UI what they're going for. So we had military wing into culture wing, I think it was, and now it's the trade wing. I think it was the trade wing. I'm sorry, guys. That's one of the things that I keep reminding myself that I have to do is constantly click on it. Foreign engineering company coming through for kauP now. That's going to give him access to Nest of Bees, the French cannon, and 2 other units that I can't remember. Those are the main 2 that I constantly see though. All the villagers down south have been cleaned up as well. Massive push coming through for our Byzantine player into the Ayyubids base. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a good angle at all. The Manjanique's in the back for our Ayyubids, putting in a ton of damage, except it's onto armored units. But a ton of the front line has been broken down. Javelin thrower still in the back, applying some damage, but it was just to golems. They weren't killing any of the archers. Meanwhile, the front line for our Byzantine player did go down to those 2 Manjaniques. They were getting a lot of free damage in, and a ton of good shots were coming through. And now an attempted offensive keep coming up for our Byzantine player. It doesn't seem like it's going to be able to complete, especially since he only had 5 villagers on there. Instead, he decides to cancel, and huge mango shots onto those javelin throwers. kauP has lost a massive portion of his army right there. That was huge. Those Manjaniques just completely decimated the javelin throwers. That's what happens when you let your range units clump up. And now the Manjanique should go over into incendiary mode in order to do the additional damage onto the keep. And we have a hui pow up and running for Byzantine. Not entirely sure why he went for the hui pow instead of Nest of Bees, especially in this scenario. Where did it shoot? Do we even have, we don't even have the mango emplacement in either. Okay, there is a Nest of Bees up and running, but there are villagers get pulled in order to snipe off the Springolds. Manjanique murder, completely demolish almost every single one of those villagers. But the Nest of Bees or the single Nest of Bee is putting in a ton of work right there. And Springolds versus Springolds, kauP is able to take out the 2 remaining Springolds from Quill, because his Springolds were able to get the shots off before Quill's were. And now the Manjanique is, come on, kauP, get the Manjanique. Still only 1 Nest of Bee up. Second one is in third. Springold is here as well. Tower of the Sultan is about to go down. Explosion. I'm not entirely sure why kauP hasn't picked off that Manjanique. It was just sitting in the back line the entire time, doing a ton of damage for free when it was a single shot away. I think it was a heavy misplay from our Ayyubids player as well, though, for not switching over the Manjanique to Incendiary. It does bonus damage against buildings, and it sets them on fire. This keep should have went down. There's no way that it wouldn't have. And now we do see the trade transition coming through for our Ayyubids player. Meanwhile, over here with, okay, what do we have here? Double mercenary camps, French crossbows, and Sipahi. That's not very beneficial in all honesty. Neither of those. What's over here? So Musafati warrior and camel archers. Yeah, I guess this is going to be the better of the 2. Now we have a culverin out for our Sultan. For our Ayyubids player. He really needs to switch over the Manjanique. First of all, he needs to heal it, and then he needs to switch it over to Incendiary. Is it under Incendiary? No, it's on. Requires kinetic. Requirements. Kinetic not equipped. So is it under? No, swap weapon. Incendiary. Yeah, so it is on. Okay. I was a little confused there. Sorry. Keeps coming up, and oh yeah, so this is something that I tend to forget to mention as well. The house vision. Line of sight increased by 7 tiles. If you are playing the Byzantine and you are not spamming random houses throughout the map to get full vision, you're basically playing like I am, because I tend to forget about it. Meanwhile, another Tower of the Sultan is out, and it's gonna punch its way through this wall. How many manganiques do we have? We only have 1. We do have a decent, oh, nice nest of beast shots right there. There's a total of 4, I believe. 5 nest of beasts out, 4 kauP. That is gonna put in so much work. There is a single culverin. kauP needs at least 5 springolds to be able to deal with that, but the culverin's armor has been nerfed. First shot goes off, does kill a single nest of bees. Second one goes off. The nests are still putting in a lot of damage, but we haven't got any emplacements in on this keep. Imagine if it had the mangonel emplacement. A lot of these range units would have went down already. Currently sitting at 3 springolds for our Byzantine player, but Ayyubids he is inside of the base, killing off workers, killing off just everything he can, just moving his entire force through the base of kauP. Wrong button. A little bit of an attempted run by over here on the eastern side of the map. The Lamentii are just burning down that tower. 86. Oh, wait. Oh, there's a huge run by over here. Why wasn't I being warned? There we go, because I wasn't on the right person. Huge Lamentii run by from kauP into the base of Quill. A total of 75 villager kills at the moment for kauP, 49 for Quill. That is massive. And now Quill is donating a single, yeah, that culverin should be going down, and there's still a lot of units up here just demolishing the inside of Quill's base on all angles. 88 villagers for kauP, 61 military, 67 villagers, 66. It's just going down. Well, now it's going up as soon as I say that, of course. Caster curse, right? A mass of rams coming through for some reason. GG gets called, and kauP is able to do it. He defends the push, and he has a massive army inside of our Ayyubid player's base and just takes it. Like, we have to look at the just look at that right here. That was kauP just sending in half his army into Quill's base and kills off 89 about 85 villagers. That's just insane. That's so insane. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.